Mike Pompeo is the former Secretary of State and author of the new book, Never Give an Inch, Fighting for the America I Love. We're going to get to the book in a second, Mike. You said I can call you Mike.
You must.
This is nuts. Comey puts a Russian asset in charge of the DNC hack and the Russia investigation, and we just found out.
If they put this in a movie, you'd turn it off immediately saying, there is no way, this is possible. This is just, this is comedy, not drama. This is unserious. The fact that you had this guy pursuing the Trump administration, I suffered under this too. For 2.5 years with the Russia hoax, it's hard to know where to begin because it is so outlandish. And you got it right, though. Director Comey has a lot of questions to answer about how he picked this guy, why he picked this guy. And did he not know what this guy was up to?
Where is Comey? He cashed in this big book deal, which you probably did too. But he took the money and he ran, and you can't find the guy. This guy's he's appointing Russian assets at the FBI. Hello, James, any comment? Can you maybe waterboard him for us? You're the former CIA director.
That's not as funny as you think it is.
Well, I thought this book was good, but it was funny. I know you went over there to cut a deal with Chairman Kim, his little rocket man, as they call him. And that was quite the trip, wasn't it?
It was a remarkable trip. We had an important mission trying to get the nuclear weapons out of Chairman Kim's hands. And it came about when President Trump asked me one day, I was the CIA director, and he said, can we talk to the North Koreans? I said, I think we can. He said, good, tell them you're going to come see them, and that I'll come too, but you're going to go first.
You go first.
And then just before I was leaving, I went in to see him. I left on Good Friday of 2018. I went in to see him on the Wednesday and said, Mr. President, I'm heading out. I'm going out on Friday. Please keep this quiet. Best for me, best for my health care. And he said, good, before you go, though, make sure you talk to Dennis Rodman.
Did you talk to Dennis Rodman?
You know, I tried to. I was unable to reach him before I departed. But remember, the president knew him from The Apprentice, and he, in fact, had been the guy who spent more time with the leader of North Korea than any other American in the last handful of years. And so actually probably knew more about him than anybody else.
Oh, so you did get the goods from Rodman.
I didn't manage to catch up with him, but it was an amazing trip. And when I went to see him there, it was really quite something.
Is there an impression of Kim that you do?
So I tell the story in the book. I don't do this impression, but I refer to it. And one day I will. It's an impression of President Trump imitating Dennis Rodman, imitating Chairman Kim. It's a long story, but a very funny impression.
Please don't do that on my show. We don't need the trouble. I'm in enough trouble. Also, you go over there to look at the Iran deal, and you look at the deal, and you find out there's about 1,000 side deals in it. Can you believe that? And they tried to keep this from the American people. That's in the book, too.
It was a remarkable story, and I tried in this book to do that, to tell these important stories that, frankly, just haven't been spoken about before. In this case, I literally went over to Vienna to meet with the head of the IAEA, who was in charge of this thing. And I said, is this the entire document? And then somebody who was traveling with me, one of the senior people, said, oh, but it looks like there's a reference. And all of a sudden they said, oh, no, there's a couple other little agreements. And we said, so there's side deals, yes. And can we see them? No American has seen them. Just nutty that we.
And what was your job at the time?
I was a member of Congress at the time.
And they wouldn't let you see the side deals Obama and Biden cut with the Iranians.
No, and when I went to see that, we were traveling as part of the Intelligence Committee, both Representative, now Senator Cotton, and I. And we asked him, hey, have you seen these things? And he said, above my pay grade, call the State Department.
Oh, boy. And the State Department, that's a whole other part of this book, which I think everyone's going to love. I love this book. I'm almost halfway through it, charitably, and it's one of my favorite books from the Trump era. It has got juicy stories, not so gossipy, but like real hardcore stories about your role and your relationships with all these power players. It's called Never Give an Inch. And I'm not going to ask you if you're running for president, so get the heck out of here.
Awesome. Thanks, Jeff.
Thank you very much.
Have a good evening. Thanks for having me.
You too.